Some people are born naturally. It's a naturally angry situation. Yes, it's the BoomBar, and yes, I started with my very, very serious Yoruba impersonation of Baba Landlord, a guy that I used to listen to in Ibadan many years ago on one radio station. I used to listen to him a lot, and I liked him. You know, Baba Landlord. He used to say something like, he incorrigible. But no, that's not what the story is. It's the BoomBar on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Shola Rogers, and I am not alone. I have the amazing, experienced, top-range broadcaster par excellence, Tokumbo Ojekule. Yes, don't mind the fact that still.
Why do I think that
it's fiddling with?
It's more sarcastic than.
Very sarcastic.
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah, right.
You know, and of course, you heard the voice, and we don't normally do this, but let me do.
By the way, thank you. I loved the introduction.
Tokumbo, you're the greatest. You're the greatest.
Thank you.
And of course, we have the
Are
lovely.
you not afraid?
Excuse me.
Are you not afraid?
Yeah, here I'm
all right.
okay.
Guys, guys,
No.
We are here. I'm okay.
Don't be deceived.
guys, don't worry.
Don't
So
be
we have the lovely, amazing, intelligent, very vocal, outspoken, but compassionate Ola Dolupo. She really wants to go by the name Dolupo. Simply Dolupo. If she changed her Twitter handle, it will be simply Dolupo.
Even this shield is reacting to what you're saying. It's not. It's not.
Well, so it's all right. You know, at times people will doubt your intentions. If you look at the amount of policy changes and policy statements that was made by the former CBN governor, you know, he was able to reinvigorate.
Oh, are you going there today?
The economy of Nigeria. He created the anchor. He did a lot of things, but even at that, people still doubted his pure heart. So me praising these great people, and they doubt the pureness of my intentions. It's understandable. People will doubt you. Fela Kuti sang,
there's something wrong
and they
here.
doubted
Hello?
him.
Yes.
But it's okay.
Public service announcement.
It's okay.
Yes, so
It's okay.
If something happens to me,
It's okay.
hold him responsible.
no, it won't.
Because I'm very, very afraid at this point.
If something happens to
Nothing
her,
will happen.
if something happens to her, please hold me responsible, because it just shows that I was able to influence something great in her life.
Okay.
Hold me responsible.
I'm very
Okay.
afraid
I
at
am
this
not
point.
afraid to be held responsible.
This is another chapter of another story. We've been listening to stories since morning, different stories, narrations, and from people all over.
It's a fact of life. It's a fact of life. But guys, trust me, it's New Music Friday, but we will not dwell on that because there's so much to talk about. Today on the show, you know, let me not stress Dolupo. We're going to look at what's happening in my home state, Ondo. We will not dwell on that. We're also going to let you know that some local governments in Lagos are doing amazing things. The plans by the Lagos state government and Niger and all of that. Because you see, at the BoomBar, we bring you information. We bring you the news behind the news. So all the news that you can use right here at the bar. These are amazing people, and and you guys are amazing too. So we're about to dive right into it. It's going to be a great day.
I concur. I agree. And with you, Shola, on this drive,
Yeah.
it's going to be smooth all the way.
Smooth.
No name changings, nothing.
Nothing. Everything's just going to
Just
be
perfect.
perfect.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Dolupo, yes.
So can we dive right into
May
it?
we?
Because we don't have all the time in the world. We have only 57 minutes left.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
trying to catch my breath.
But it's
But
okay.
anyway.
But it's okay. This happens, you know.
Okay. I'm starting.
I like this. I like it.
Anyway. Okay, I'm trying to.
Is your microphone all right? Is it
My
loud?
microphone is very okay. Thank you very much.
We are loud and clear, don't worry.
Very good.
Yeah, because I think you're
Anyway.
you're slightly off mic. Let me help you out.
No need. Thank you. I'm okay.
Okay, that's all right.
The
Also know that
format
you can listen. You can listen to us on Spotify and AfriPods and other major podcasting platforms.
Please do.
Yes, there.
Okay, so we're going
And
to.
on boomradiong.com.
Spread the message.
Are we done?
No way, we will never be done.
Okay. Can I speak now?
Oh, please
Please do.
speak all the time. Just go ahead.
Okay. So it's New Music Friday. After all this drama, I'm sure that people that watch this or listen to us every day would understand my bewilderment.
Your skepticism, your skeptomerism.
Okay, we are coming
You know, there are
back.
different
We are
levels of
coming
skepticism.
back. We are coming back.
All right, so but don't worry.
Anyway.
everything is fine.
Like I said, New Music Friday, and we're going to talk about a few songs.
Yeah.
Adekunle Gold drops a new song, "The Life I Chose."
Okay.
What do you think about it?
Okay, so I made a vow to myself that I will never critique a song until I've listened to it more than once or twice. Do you understand? I've only listened once to this "Life I Chose" by Adekunle Gold, and I need another listen. I actually, in my mind, when I heard that he was dropping a song same day with his lovely wife, Simi, Hala Simi, you know, you guys know Dudu Care, yeah, and all of that. She good like that, you know. So I was expecting like there was going to be a collaboration, but it was actually Adekunle dropping a song, Simi dropping a song. I've listened to both songs, and I need to listen more. Yeah, so Adekunle Gold's song, "The Life He Chose," probably must be talking about his career as an
Okay,
artist.
so I have listened to both songs, like you said. Simi too also dropped a song, "All I Want." So for Adekunle Gold, personal opinion, I don't think the song is great. I don't think so. But a lot of times, you never know. Your opinion doesn't mean that the song will not blow or will not be big, or you know. So if people like it, cool. But personally, think the song is not great.
And sometimes some songs take some time to get into the eardrum.
Yeah, at times, yeah.
It's for it to grow on
Actually,
you.
yeah, at times those songs grow on you. So yes, it's very possible it could take next week. I could come back to say something different about the particular song.
But
So yeah,
at this moment,
at the moment,
you're
I
not
don't
feeling the
No,
song.
I'm not. No, I'm
Okay.
not. Simi,
Some
"All I
space.
Want." The song is a nice song. It's your typical Simi song.
Typical thing. Okay.
It's not like like I said, Adekunle's song, I don't think is great. This song is actually okay. It's not bad.
Flows with
So-
the Duduke styles and a bit
No,
of.
no, me
Not really?
Okay, but
Okay.
your typical Simi song, like it's not. She didn't veer off her usual self. So yes, it's actually not bad. And the truth is that the sound works for her. It does work for her.
so I listened to that song too, and I listened twice, and I liked it twice. You notice the difference in what I'm saying about the first song and
Okay.
the second song.
So
so-
you don't like the first song.
I didn't say that. I don't
No.
listen. I listened to
Yeah.
that one once.
You're right.
So-
And then you didn't think that you needed to listen to it a second time.
I
We
said
get
I'm
the
going to
gist.
listen more.
Yeah, we get the gist. We
Are
get
you
the
He
trying
said
to put?
so.
Are you
He
trying
said
to
he
put
would
words
listen.
in
No,
my mind?
I listen.
I know what he said. I'm trying to explain.
You're trying to
what-
put
Okay.
words in my mouth.
No, I'm not.
But it's
Just to
okay.
put-
You know,
put it
this is
out.
how the world is.
Okay.
These things happen. I'm not mad at you. I'm okay.
Whose
I'm
songs are
alright.
these, by the way?
See me.
And who?
Adekunle was the first one we talked about.
Okay,
Our
not your
husband.
song, not her song.
No.
So I think we should just flow.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Tokumbo Ojekole.
Young
you.
John has a new song featuring Kiss Daniel and Sheyi Vibes. Big things.
That is.
Nice one.
Very nice song, actually.
Young John is doing everything possible to make us forget that he was a producer.
Mm-hmm.
Like Young John, now there's nothing wrong with him being a producer, but Young John is establishing himself as an A-list artist. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
And
very
this-
nice.
Look at the collaboration. Like, look at the people he has on the song.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. I like the song a lot.
Yeah,
It's in contention for my song of the week.
So let
but
me guess.
It's not.
You are not listening to these songs, Abby. That's why you are mute.
I have not
I just
listened to
wanted
them.
to say.
And I would not say what I do not know.
I don't
Unlike,
know. Yeah.
unlike where we're coming from earlier,
Unlike people who
before
are
the
rewriting
show.
history.
Those who write,
Okay.
no, I won't say what I
Okay.
don't
Some
know.
people definitely have a lot
But
to say.
you've aroused my curiosity. I will
Okay,
check them
so
out.
also Rotimi, Mayokun, and Nasty C also have a song called Shadi.
Okay, so imagine Jekama Ferawa Matoju Shade
Who sang that song though?
Remedies.
Oh, is it
Check 'em out
Remedies that
there,
sang that song too?
Check him out there.
No, Remedies of the 3 or Remedies of 2?
One of them. Choose anyone.
Not the contentious.
No, you
Not
can't
the
say choose.
contentious
No,
ones.
there are 2 sets.
I will claim
There's Remedies, 3 Remedies, and there's 2 Remedies. So which one?
Again.
Where
I will clear that for
No,
her.
I think it's just 2 because I know the song, and when I knew Remedies, I didn't know there were 3.
All right. So.
Oh, there were 3.
Okay. So.
There were 3.
I'm just saying that it was
Dolupo
later
has
I found
actually-
out that.
Dolupo has act- and I'm gonna go to another Shade again. You know, Dekunle Gold.
Generational songs.
Yeah, another generation. Dekunle
Okay.
Gold has a Shade song.
Oh, yes.
Shade, I don't. Oh my God! I literally can remember this. Wait. Are you serious? Why
No,
can't
no.
I remember this song?
Help us.
It's.
Help us.
Whatever it is,
Shade.
keep listening to Boom Radio.
No,
Right?
I would remember that song.
You know, so what I'm trying to say in essence, family,
No,
is that
that's
that this is a new Shade song, and it's a beautiful song.
Wait,
It's
that
a
Shade
beautiful-
was literally Adekunle Gold's very first song. Yeah.
So there's there's different talent, you know, Nigerian diaspora mixing it
Why
up
can't
with
I remember
Nigeria
the
hair
song?
and all of that.
That is so.
So,
Why can't I remember?
A beautiful song. Go listen to it.
Any which way, it's also a beautiful song, like I said.
But
I
help
hope I
us.
remember.
Shall I help us? Let's
I will.
For the fun of it.
I will, but carry on.
Okay.
Because we don't have all the time in the world.
So
It's
can
okay.
you remember it right now?
Just a
or you
hum.
don't just remember.
Just a
You two-
hum.
You two looking
Just
for
a
it.
hum.
Yeah. So just say.
I
Just a
mentioned
hum.
it.
A hum.
Okay, carry on. Carry on.
It's-
Anyway,
Let's
moving
talk-
on
let's talk
from
politics.
that. No, we're not talking politics yet.
Okay.
Though.
We're
still
almost
talking
there.
music. We're still talking music.
Sorry.
So KC, Skibby, and Tenny have a song. I have not listened to it.
We'll tell you.
So, there's one thing about that song. Now, Casey brought something a few weeks ago or months ago that he calls Oja Piano. And it's a mashup of Amapiano style beats, which is something that used to originate from South Africa. But Nigerians now own it after defeating them at AFCON.
Yeah, it's Otipetimo Soro, Otipetimo Tostio Shade. Oh, I knew I was going to
where's the
remember.
drink? Where's the drink? Where's the drink?
She stole my thunder.
No, you did, because I asked you and you didn't say
You
anything.
delayed the thunder.
You delayed the
You
thunder.
delayed it.
Thank you very
Then,
much.
then she stole
There
it.
you are.
Hello.
There you are. Come.
I said, Tom Labo, that's your Shade.
Oh,
I
you gotta
remember.
sing yours. You gotta go to the studio.
No.
Okay.
No, let me
Okay,
just
so
do my deed.
whatever you guys do though.
What?
So we're back at it, and in essence, what I'm trying to say is that Casey's song, you know, with Skibby and Tenny, is after he did a couple of songs that he calls Oja Piano, and you know the South Africans are rumored to be mad at Casey. Like, what do you mean by Oja Piano? It's Amapiano, and they own it, right? They used to, but they claim they own it. Actually, they do, but we've taken it over. So when he came with Oja Piano, what he did was to blend some nice Igbo, you know, flutes and rhythm into a song. There was a fusion of Igbo music and Amapiano, and it became Oja Piano. Do you understand? Now, but Casey in this song is not saying I'm a piano. It's playing upon the phrase and the word I'm a piano, and I'm like, this guy is evil. Like, Casey, you the bad guy. Like, what he has done is to more, let's rub it more in their face. Like, yeah, I'm a piano. Am I not? I'm a piano.
Okay.
I'm a piano. Like, you have to listen to this song by Casey. It's a fresh song. It's brand new, out a couple of hours ago. Please watch and listen.
Okay, so I'll go and look out for that song.
Bukola Medubi says, okay. on YouTube.
Thank you very much. And okay, so that, like I said, there are going to be a lot of songs I'm going to be listening to, of course. And you know that by 5 p.m. today, tomorrow, and on Sunday, we're going to be playing all new Nigerian music right here on Boom Radio NG for you. So catch these songs and a little bit more right now, right here, right now. I'm on. What happened? What happened? I want to break our eardrums.
I'm a piano.
I'm a piano.
Okay. I think there's some.
Yeah, just carry on.
Anyway, so we're actually moving on from that, and still talking music. Now, there's a conversation that has been happening for like the past 1 week. It's almost a week now, if not more. And it is, I don't know what to call him. An old singer. We actually call him veteran. Yeah, kind of. I don't know if you could use that word, but pretty much like kind of an old Nigerian singer who granted an interview, and that interview has caused a lot of rancor. It has brought out people's faces that people have not seen in years. It has pushed out a lot of conversation that people never heard or whatever brought about it. And for people that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure a lot of people already know, and it's Eedris AbdulKareem. He had his own version of a couple of events that happened some years ago. And now those the conversation that he had and the reenactment of his own of the things that he said, or the way he said it,
version,
or his own version,
yes,
of those
of
events, has now been causing a lot of issues. So we talked about it, and I think it started with Tony Tetwila, who used to be his former band. Is it bandmates that they call them?
Okay.
Yeah.
They were in the same band, yes.
Yeah,
bandmate,
groupmate,
housemate,
who
inmate
said that who had come out to debunk some of the things that he said.
some of the lies that he told.
Oh God. Now more people, in the person of their third bandmate, the manager, their assistant manager, a producer that worked for them at some point, have all come out to say different versions of different events. Even other musicians like 21 Week, like Daddy Shoki, everybody seems to have different versions. Not everybody seems to have different versions. Everybody's version of different events
from
seems to be different from what Eedris AbdulKareem said. From how they formed the remedies to the song, how the song that brought them out was produced, to how there was a major show they had, from how much they were given, to how the events at that place went to how the group split up, and how everybody went their own way, to a very huge fight he claimed he had with an American rapper. All those, everybody else seems to have a different version from what Eedris AbdulKareem had to say. And now, doesn't it, because I don't know, okay, and maybe I should Google it. How old is Eedris AbdulKareem, But how come?
Idris must be in his 50s, and I'm very sure of that.
Let's
how
confirm.
come
his 50s? Yes.
How come is he suddenly has everything? He's actually 50 this year.
You're right.
I know what I'm saying, man.
You're right.
How come he seems to have everything? Like,
can I ask this question? Where is that interviewing pattern coming from? Is it a celebration of life or something? How did we come about this interview series?
Okay, so remember how we're always doing the legend series here at the BoomBar, which we need to bring back anyway. It's something similar to that. So these guys, amazing work they are doing. I must say a big shout out to Nedu and all the other guys there. So they've been able to bring a lot of people from the past. And even the present, but lately, I know they did Charlie Boy, Abi.
Yeah, they did.
They did Eedris, and of course, again, bringing Eedris could be as a fallout of one or two things that Charlie Boy might have said, and they're like, okay, let's look into this angle, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah. So the interviewing pattern is mostly driven by the idea to get information out of their guest, but also some kind of controversy, and that will definitely drive the eyeballs and the traffic. And I must say kudos to them boys, because those guys, they did well.
Yeah, a bit of what I listened to, I think they've done
A
well.
Yeah,
They made the guests.
You were what?
They made.
we were forced to watch it for over an hour.
No, it's
Yeah,
information.
It's
Content.
It's content.
The
For
force,
content.
the
Yeah.
forcer,
For content.
the forcer,
But we can
and the
decipher.
foresee,
We can decipher the real.
we can decipher the forcer and the
the-
foresees. We were enforced in an enforcement way.
Okay. I tend to like that. You are rewriting some things.
Yeah, look, if Wole Soyinka can create new words, why can't I? The only difference is that Baba has afro and I shave mine every day.
Yeah, right.
Well, back to this issue. Now, he must have actually reenacted some scenes that probably were not visible to many of us in way back years. Even as prominent as being presenters on radio, then so many things are going on, the music scene and industry, which, by the way, I feel so bad at the moment as well, because I'm part of that generation that did not really consider documenting things properly.
Okay.
I feel bad at that. It's funny. Otherwise, most of these things would probably have been written and documented,
Yeah.
and the stories already told or
In the-
narrated in a
in the-
different and real way
Yeah.
that these things happen. So it's quite controversial now.
It's the bane of Nigeria's development in general. This is not just now. What you talk about is beyond entertainment, and just indulge me for 60 seconds. We don't keep proper records in Nigeria, from sports to entertainment to business to agriculture, whatever. We don't, because if we did, there are a lot of things that people mention or try to do, and they sound novel. They sound, so nice. I'm like, oh, but records would have shown you that we did it in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And that's the problem. So I get what you're talking about, us not keeping proper records. And that's where we are. Now, not keeping proper records would have saved even older people the headache, and younger people the lack of information. I see younger people at times, and I try not to rub it in their faces, because it's not their fault. There are things that they hear or listen to, and it starts to be like, oh, really? Well, I'm like, oh, yeah, because we were there. And the same thing that might have happened to people before me, but it got worse after a certain generation. And I think I blame the military majorly for it.
Really?
They did not care about any of those things. They were just in charge. But they didn't care, and they allowed a lot of things go bad, from sports to entertainment to journalism, broadcasting. A lot of things went wrong under the military. The military did well in the area of infrastructural development. But go and check. A lot of things went wrong under them. It was about fiat now. It's about military fiat and appointments. They didn't care who they put. They didn't care about round pegs and round holes.
So right now, if I come back to the table, okay, this particular case, I'm yet to see what the military cost about this case, because here is one young man.
To see what? I didn't hear that.
What the military did in this situation.
No.
I'm talking. Yeah.
You said something about not keeping.
Records. Yes, please.
So
yes.
I am putting it solely on their table.
Okay.
That the military took their eyes off a lot of things and focused on certain things.
Okay.
I'm not talking about how the military influenced Eedris AbdulKareem
No.
to become a liar. I'm
Okay.
just or alleged liar. What I'm saying is that if we had a proper library, we had a proper ministry,
National.
we had a proper
where records are kept.
Where they keep,
Okay.
where they keep things and they have people to pay to come and look at it again.
Or the museum, the
proper
archives,
museum, archives
stuff.
and all.
Yeah.
you can't lie because it's properly documented. It's documented. I'm talking about the structures in place for documentation. And you cannot argue with that, at some point in time, Nigeria basically lost a lot of information.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, so let's get back to the original conversation. So what you're saying is that maybe if a lot of things were documented, we will not be seeing different angles to a particular story. But really...
No, you know what would have happened?
What?
No. It will help. Shola said something earlier at the start of the discussion that without inferring, I can conclude that he meant that these informations, if they were well documented, it would have helped. It would have helped us as interviewers to hold proper interviewing skills and be able to drive in a lot more questions in such a way that the person or the subject or the object would have responded along the line. What we have is, if you lack information and you are made to face a huge, respected musician, if you go into that interview not prepared, you fall flat. And how would you fall flat? The person takes over the interview and begins to narrate. And that's when people who listening will say, oh, there's a lot wrong in this narration. But the interviewer, with due respect to him or her, having not enough information, won't be able to hold those controversies and hold the person down to proper questioning. And that is why you would have different versions of different stories pertaining to one group, 10 groups, 15 groups.
I understand, but you know
time.
that some of these conversations that we're having now,
yeah,
they were probably private conversations. So I can't say like totally that some of these things would, okay, take for example, one of the conversations about how there was a fight between them and Eedris AbdulKareem and Eddie Montana had told Tony Tetwila that he was not welcome in the group anymore, and that if he wanted to still join, he would just join as a backup singer. According to what Eedris AbdulKareem said, he had said that he was the one that advised Tony Tetwila that Eddie wanted him out of the group.
Okay.
Painting himself like a saint. So at that point, who would have recorded what?
Okay, so at that point, this is, and I'm glad that you've done what you've done now. Beyond me saying that the military let things go to rot, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
At that point, a Tony Tetwila, if we had the culture, would have called a press conference or granted an interview and said, I am no longer a member of the Remedies, and this is why I am no longer a member. They said to me that if I'm going to continue, because they think I do not have talent, I have to become a backup singer. He would have granted an interview, and this is where I'm going with the archives.
Okay.
Now, a national archives system would have screenshotted that
Video,
grabbed it and saved it and put it in, the media house itself would have its own backup.
So it was about him not putting out the information, maybe not because they were in
I'm saying that even the information that was being put out, that should have been a way for us to grab them.
Because now,
look, and it's hard for a one man to do. I started saving news from 1st of January here, with the hope that by the end of this year, I would have 2 top stories for every day. For the past 2 weeks, I've not been able to continue because of the other things I'm doing. But if you had an agency that was busy documenting stuff, and thank God technology makes it easier now, you can aggregate stories
and pull stories out.
And
I get your
I'm
point.
saying that's why I talked about it. If a president makes a statement, in America they did their proclamations, they did the 5th Amendment and whatever amendment, and it's written in stone. It's written, actually literally written in stone. You can go to places to read it. It's in the archives, it's in the library and all of that. Where is the National Library? what is in the National Library, what is in the National Museum, apart from the fact that showing us that one of our presidents was assassinated, what are the other things that you have done to, aggregate stuff? What information are you keeping? People are coming here to shout, oh, a Nigerian has won Grammy. Oh, the first to be nominated.
Okay.
Did they know when Sonny Ade was nominated? I'm saying that we have a culture of not saving our information. Okay. And it's because that period that those guys were doing those things, the military were the ones ruling. The period that Sonny Ade was nominated.
Yeah, okay.
And all those other things. The period that Fela was breaking those records and everything. Is because they don't care about those things.
Okay, now I get your point. You are just back. Why do we keep deviating from the gist?
I have to respond to these questions that you guys raised because you guys didn't understand what I was saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I did.
I get what you're saying.
I did.
Anyway,
honestly, I did.
Let's go back to
the issues now.
Yes, go back to the issue. Talking about things that are written down. How is it comfortable for a 50-year-old man, now I've confirmed, a 50-year-old man to go on a podcast that we know now that these things are literally global now. It's not about just a country. And carry some very hefty untruths. Take, for example, how some things happen. Everybody, some things are, how do I explain it now? They're subjective. How I see some things might be different from how you see some things. Do you understand?
Sure.
So some things might be fuzzy too, and we might not have like complete, what's it called? Now, conversations of number one, how a song is made. It is black and white. Who made the beat? Who wrote the song? Who recorded the song? Those things are not fuzzy. It's either what it is or it is not. Or you are booked for a show. You were paid your manager who brokered the deal said you were paid 350,000. You say you were paid 20 million. The man even says that if he checks his house, he would find the contract. Yeah. And that who in the world as at 1990 something has 20 million naira to give you people? To the extent that you said you gave your mother 2 million naira. Come on. Come on.
We were not there, so my feeling is
20.
No, just a minute. We were not there. But my mind tells me.
How come everybody else has a different figure other than him?
That's the shocking thing.
Everybody else seems to have the same figure. Everybody else seems to remember the same figure.
Because it's still his words. It's still his words or narrations. Okay, against against every other person.
That is against that because so they ask the first person. The first person says it's a lie. That's 350,000. Second person says, and I quote, Eedris is a hype man. He likes hyping himself a lot. It was 350,000. They asked a third person. The person says the exact same thing. How come you're the only one that seems to have a completely different idea?
I'm gonna come in here. You said something about what makes a song, and you also explained what it is in detail. And the first image that popped in my mind was Beyonce. Beyonce was a member of the group called Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Now, thank God for Wyclef. If Wyclef did not do a remix with them on their no, we wouldn't have it. That was the way they blew up. And as a 3-man group, Michelle, Destiny, and my girl Kelly, I love Kelly, I love you, I love you. Now,
as at then, but at Kelly, Michelle joined.
They were shot.
Remember they were 4 one time.
Oh, 4.
There be 3. They may become 4. Bottom line is Destiny Child.
Okay.
Destiny Child. You understand? Destiny children, but they call themselves Child. But what I'm trying to say is that when Beyonce was nominated for a Songwriters Awards, she didn't know what it meant. I saw her saying it on video, captured by the media, like saying, "I didn't know that you were going to get credits for writing songs. I was just writing songs." Do you get?
Yeah.
What makes a song? Different people bring different things to the group.
Yeah.
It was a group thing. It was remedies.
Yeah.
You understand? And I told someone a story last week in Abuja when I was talking to them. Let me just quickly use it. I don't want to take too much time.
Yeah.
That I read the Bible back to back, and there was a part where someone who God has sent work to do, a priest, had done it and acted like he had done something for the children of Israel, and he got into trouble for it. Do you understand? Because you don't share people's credit or people's glory. And I took it upon myself since that time, as a little 11, 13-year-old boy, to always give people credit for what they do.
Credit.
And for me, that's why at times when I don't get credit for what I do, now I'm used to it. I'm like, wow, but I'm the one that made you do that. But I just take it in my stride. But I make sure that I don't take anybody's credit away. What makes a song? Tony Tetula was part of it. Eedris AbdulKareem was part of it. Eddie Montana, a.k.a. Eddie Remedy, a.k.a., was part of it. And they made songs together. Their manager, Bwega, were brought in Talking Drum. Omololu was the producer. Whatever it is, everybody contributed to making Mo Shakomo or Shakomo a Nigerian hit song. Yeah. And that was big way back then. After all said and done, if only we had captured it as a media,
the making of
everything, even from the record label's angle, from the artist angle and everything, then when someone comes out, there would have been a screaming headline. Remedies signed $20 million deal for national tour. It didn't exist. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm not saying that we were evolving, but at that point in time, we were subjected because of some or two things that were happening in our country from the political angle. Back to what I was trying to say.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, going forward, how much documentation are we doing now? Are we really keeping stuff so that people will know the truth? Look, something as far back as the Nigerian Civil War is still generating controversies.
It would.
But the truth is still the truth. But people will tell you, oh, this is what happened and this is what... And all the people telling you did not experience it. They only got second or third hand information.
And I'll shock you that most of the books as well that littered around
Agenda.
and documented Nigerian civil wars and all that around it, okay, had their hidden agenda. So you had different stories being told about the stories around the civil war at that time. But here, back to this situation, we failed or missed the opportunities to document these things. So if we failed and missed the opportunities, what will come out at the end of the day would be for just me and Dolupo, was for the main actors.
That's what's happening right now.
To come out and talk.
But it's one of the main actors that seems to have
even at that, it is different from the other main actors as well. So stories are, whether you document, you don't document. This one, they are oral tradition. They are someone the oral moves for me.
Someone tried. This guy This guy in the UK, fantastic guy, used to be Wasiu's manager at some point in time. Tried to do a documentary on the history of Afro beats.
Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of things
to
say about it.
Don't you know that he left out a couple of people now?
Yes.
Is it not glaring?
Yes, like a lot of people
but we were there then. That's why someone like me, I always feel bad. Like, but it didn't happen like that, and it didn't happen like that.
I feel bad too.
But going forward, now with the internet, now with technology, this cannot happen again. It's difficult for someone to say something. You just do a quick Google search and say, your contract was 1 million now. How did it become 20 million overnight?
It was not even 1 million. It was 350,000.
It's a joking stuff. I'm just a joking stuff.
I just don't know how a grown daddy decides that it's okay for him to do the things that he's doing. I don't see looking good for Eedris AbdulKareem at the moment. A lot of people have been debunking a lot of things that he has said.
To it.
Even he has not reacted to it.
No, people have reacted to it.
Even up until the issue that is said to have had with 50 Cent. A lot of people are saying that 50 Cent was not even in the plane. But I watched the interview and he claimed that he and 50 Cent, he locked 50 Cent
In that interview, we had this discussion off air. I just want it to be captured on this BoomBar. that Eedris AbdulKareem made an entire song welcoming the same 50 Cent that he said he fought to move Nigerian industry forward. He said in his podcast interview with Nedu and the gang, he said, "I was the beautiful sacrifice." Those were his exact words. I'm quoting him verbatim. He said he was the beautiful sacrifice. And because he sacrificed by fighting 50 Cent, that's how people are now enjoying today. That's why Burner Boy and co. That's what he said, though. I don't agree with it, but that's what he said. But if that was the truth, if you really made yourself the sacrificial lamb, why did you do an entire song saying, welcome, welcome, well, 50 Cent held one little child on the stage and the microphone, and it was just going like, okay, who is this guy? He didn't even know they were going to do what they do. You know, they were invited into Nigeria for something else, an African thingy, and he came. And you said, 50, I'm sorry, I'm dead. Yes, Idris, the video is there. So what is this fight that you fought that made you now apologize years after? Then years after, you skip your apology part, and you're talking about how you saved the industry.
The industry. He paved the way for the industry.
So
which a lot of people also have not been coming out to say that he was more of a bully.
They don't lie. Photos don't lie. Talking about Sonny Ade infused a lot of instruments into Juju music. Yeah. And Juju music and Fuji music and Afrobeat by Fela forms the fulcrum and the bedrock of Afrobeats today. You know, you listen to the video when he was saying, she don't want designer, she don't, you know, and you know that they are taken from the old and they don't, Shubi Shaker, Shoemaker. These are things that slangs and stuff. Everything that they're doing, Burner, all of them, has the background. And these guys have taken it to the next level. We're not here to condemn anybody. But in this entire journey, from the Ojoge Daniels and co, and the evolutions, you know, into Pa Akishola and all of that, to the era of Fela Sonny, to the era of today, Rema and Mayoku and all of them. Please, at what point in time in that journey, that 80-year journey that I have listed, did Eedris AbdulKareem create or infuse a single sound, beat, or equipment into this system that makes him say he paved the way?
I'm overwhelmed by the rest of the things.
What did he do?
I think that
I'm overwhelmed by the
lies
things
for
I've
me.
heard.
It's the lies for me.
They're not too straight. So
I like you. You're very, very diplomatic.
No. It's not diplomacy. It's not diplomacy.
I like you.
You know why I want to agree with you that it's diplomacy. It's not diplomacy because actions speak louder than words. And your tonal quality sometimes tell me if you are saying I'm stupid without using the word stupid. So over time, I'm telling you now, I feel so bad and I feel raped because most of the things that happened in the time he was talking about, we were young radio presenters and we saw a lot.
You saw a lot. They are not as way he made it seem.
I feel slapped. And I'm sure most of my colleagues as well,
like,
this age.
Seriously?
Slapped.
And you know, just to make Tokunbo feel that slap after the show.
Oh my God.
We'll give him a physical one so that he can really.
Any which way.
Emifi, you have to be very careful.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We're moving
is that
on
your
from
best
that.
shot?
We really hope that this matter is put to bed, but it doesn't look like this matter is going to put to bed.
No, it can't
and
go
if
to
there
bed.
is more gist, I'll bring it on Monday again.
It can't go to bed.
But anyway, the vice president and governors are, those saying to pay the last respect to the late governor Akeredolu. He is being buried today. Also, the FAAC has announced that they shared 1 trillion naira for January 2024 revenue to federal government, states, and local government. Now, also the federal government is talking about the ban on exportation of LPG, hoping to crash the price.
What is LPG?
liquefied something petroleum gas. Now talking about
aka cooking gas,
how a lot of things are being dropped. Now things on social media, NIN and 10K is trending, and why is it trending? The Nigerian Customs have announced in Lagos as we speak that they are selling a 25 kg bag of rice to people at the price of 10,000 naira. All you have to do is come with your valid NIN and 10,000 naira, and you get. And one would have thought, when I first saw this news in the morning, I'm like, these people will it's probably their own kind of people that they will give it to. But I'm actually impressed because like their queues, their videos of long queues, that this thing is happening, and people are actually getting their money's worth for the amount of money rice is going for now. 10,000 naira is a killing, and I think you can buy more than one bag.
Okay,
which
so
is, I think,
they control
Yeah.
the sale. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to respond to a couple of things. For one, because the last 3 items that Dolupo talked about are actually part of our headline, plus the Lassa Fever scared.
No, I'm not going into that part.
Yeah, I was about to say that we're going to try to touch on. But first things first, regardless of my own sentiments as an Ondo man from Ondo State, it is with a heavy heart actually that I'm coming to realization that Ondo State has lost another governor while serving. And I pray that his family will find the strength to pull through this time. It's a hard one. Amen. But the vice president of Nigeria actually paid glowing tribute to him, and it's important because we are all mortal, and at some point in time we will all go. I don't want to sound morbid, but it's going to happen. But it is the things that you have done, your legacies, that would outlive you. And I'm hoping that Shettima Akeredolu's legacies will outlive him. They fondly call him Aketi. Yeah. So I pray that happens to him and for him. Amen. Now the Nigerian Customs and Excise came up with this fantastic idea. Most of the things that have been seized in the past, I kid you not, guys, do you ever wonder what happens to them? Do you ever wonder? Like you see, they've seized this and that. Especially when it comes to hard drugs, they actually burn them. They destroy them. They do. But on social media, you find people telling you that they are customs agents or customs officers, and they have cars for sale at cheap prices, and they have swallowed a lot of Nigerians. It's a scam. But in 2024, today is the 23rd, right?
Yes.
Of February 2024, the Nigerian Customs is bucking that trend, and they are saying, come and buy rice. Now, you guys know you're buying seized rice, right? It was seized. But they did something very, very good. They rebagged the rice at 25 kg, which means that at 50 kg, which is the normal size for imported rice, they would have been able to process the rice to look at what's bad and what's good. And they rebagged at 25 and made it very affordable. Now, if this is sustained, it should have an effect on the market out there. The reason why they're asking you for your national identity number is that so that you don't buy twice. Because if they say everybody should come and buy, you see rice dealers, Nigerians have oversmarted.
We are good now.
They would get people to step on those queues and give them money to say, hey, go and buy. I'll give you this amount. You will take this amount.
Because that's now go serious cheap. It's cheap now.
So
affordable.
Kudos
compared to what the
to the customs and
they've done well.
And I'm hearing a little bit told me that they're going to go national with.
Yeah, that they're going around because a lot of people have asked to say that. Okay, what's the problem? How come it's only what's it called? Lagos. Because truthfully, there are a lot of things happening in Lagos at the moment. The local government, the governor, senatorial districts,
Sunday
government,
market hub.
And right now, it is really what is needed.
And the health support.
We need to.
The health support to me is so.
Yeah, incredible. Because now, if you are a resident of Lagos and you're about to have a child, it's free.
It's free.
At any of the 31.
Either it's a
31
it's a CU or a
General
normal birth.
General
hospitals.
hospitals. It's interesting, and you know
So
what
good.
I think I like that is happening. We had talked about it before we got on here with food. Is that we know that every time we go to the market, things are getting expensive. But I know that I get to the food hub at Mushi and I get something
constant
at a good price. Or I would maybe today's already Friday anyway. I can as well wait for Sunday markets, or go to the other senatorial districts that have the subsidized
or
food.
the local government.
All the local governments that have their subsidized food. What does that mean for the people in the market? Your food is going to spoil.
If you don't
Your
sell
things
it.
are going to expire if you don't sell it
don't
off.
sell.
So it is time to
And
actually.
kudos to the local government, especially the Lagos Island local government, Lagos East, and the Ibejuleki local government. You know, one thing that they've done is that they also know, like we talked about a few minutes ago, that people always look for a way to work the system. So there's a limit to what you can buy. With the Lagos
Yes,
Sunday
I think
market,
Lagos you can buy
you
only
can't,
25.
25,000.
at the local government,
You can't mop up.
there's a limit
There's
also.
a limit, yes.
So that way, people cannot go and buy, because those people that
And
say
resell.
are going to lose out Dolupo, if they cash in on this,
They
they
would
will
actually
resell
also
it.
resell it.
resell.
Yes,
They will
exactly. So really and truly, I really hope that it becomes a nationwide thing, because the truth of the matter is that those are initiatives that would automatically force down the price of these things.
Yeah.
It will. There's some of the prices that some of the things that we're buying that will not go down. But if there are things, at least not at the moment, to cushion effects of some of these things, people will not feel it as much. It will not be so bad. People will not feel this, this horrible thing. And I've said it over and over again. Half of the times we're the ones that are doing a lot of these things to ourselves.
Word.
We are doing it to ourselves. So we will see where some of these things are happening. Anyway, also Rivers have now confirmed the Lassa Fever outbreak, as one person has now died. And for people that do not know, we're actually almost out of time, but for people that do not know, Lassa Fever is basically caused by rodents in the house. It is time to clear, as much as rainy season is coming, places are going to get damp. It is time to start clearing out places as fast as possible. We cannot because the minute they don't have places to stay, there's no how rodents to stay around.
We can't afford another epidemic or pandemic.
We definitely can't.
Kaduna is already, trying to do everything that they can. And now you talked about Rivers.
Yes. It's please. Things need to. We really need to take care of ourselves quickly. Also, just going through that, court has now granted bail to the former Kwara governor Abdulfatah Ahmed. But sorry, I thought he said that it was a routine check. How come they are granting it?
Now there's a step-by-step situation that leads to jail. That leads to interrogation.
No, he said that it was a routine check, but he was there for days.
Yes, part of
It's
routine.
routine. It's
Okay.
routine.
Finally, before we go, Senator Monday Okwebolo has now been declared winner of the Ondo APC Gov'ship Primaries. That's the third primary they are doing now, eh? Anyway, there are a lot of things that are happening in Edo State.
Edo State.
Edo.
There are a lot of things happening from the APC to the PDP to the Labour Party. I hope that by Monday we will really have time to break down a lot of things, because seems like every party right now has like about at least two candidates.
Shout out to Abure. He got out, man. He got out.
Okay. On that note, that's all we'll be able to take today on The Bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of The Bar. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.